Okay, so today we are going to talk hip mobility. Make sure you grab 2 yoga blocks. This is going to help bring the floor closer to our body and assist us in these stretches. So I like to always start out in tabletop position. You can get rid of these blocks. Come on down to tabletop, making sure that your shoulders are directly over your wrists and that your wrists are hip distance apart. Same thing with the knees. We want the knees hip distance apart, and we're just gonna come into cat-cows here. So big stretch up, arch all the way through, even to the chin, and then cat, pushing that ground away, using our finger pads to push and support us up into that protracted shoulder, through cat, and then right back into cow, the biggest arch, and into cat. Exhaling in one position, inhaling in another position. Moving back and forth between these two positions, matching that movement to your breath. Once we're feeling evened out here, so 5 or 6 of those cat-cows, we're gonna move into some rocking motion, allowing your body to move organically here. So maybe you're coming up into circles. I always suggest closing your eyes and moving around in a way that feels organic for you. So you can follow what I'm doing, but I want you to learn how to do this on your own. So creating barrel circles with the abdomen. If you hear some cracking, just know that's completely okay and that is safe because this is organic movement. Think of it as motion being lotion for all of your joints, tendons, and ligaments. Moving around organically, creating circles with the hips. Getting as big with it as you want. The bigger you get, the more motion you're bringing in and the more lotion for those inner workings of your body. If you're doing circles, make sure you're doing them on both sides. And we're still just moving around organically. Now we're gonna go wide with the knees. So as wide as that yoga mat. And I want you to come back into a child's pose and rock it. Rock it back and forth. Grab those yoga blocks. We're gonna bring that stretch up into a low lunge, making sure that our feet are hip distance apart. So watch out for being in a straight line like this. We do not wanna be in a straight line. We wanna respect the hips. We wanna bring that foot out so that we're hip distance apart, creating a structure and a base that's stable. So coming forward into that lunge and coming right back into a half split, stretching the hamstring on one side and stretching the hip on the other side. Moving back and forth between these two positions, taking about 1 second in each position. Maybe deepening the stretch in every time that you go. Deepening it just 1%. focusing on your breath here, taking those inhales in one position and the exhales in another position. Be mindful about leaning back. So it's okay to come to here and lean forward. We don't want to be leaning back all the way like this. This is completely not what we want. Okay, so I want you high on that leg, coming back and leaning forward, stretching this hamstring, but you're still up on that knee. We're not leaning back into that foot. And then switching out those legs. So that other leg comes forward. Again, making sure that we're mindful of exactly how this looks here. Bringing that foot out so that we're in line with our hips. And the same thing on this side. You can flex these toes up, that's okay. Taking 1 second in each position, same as the other side. And we're just rocking back and forth here, deepening the stretch every time. Using our breath to match that to the movement. Closing your eyes and truly connecting with your hip mobility here. From here, we're gonna go ahead and get rid of those yoga blocks. This next stretch is gonna be very important to understand how your legs are shaped at 90 degrees. So being sure that you're at 90 degrees here in the front and 90 degrees here in the back. So a lot of times our body tends to bring these heels in closer to the body. We don't want that. We want 90 degrees in the front and in the back. So you're gonna have to adjust yourself to make sure that you are in fact at a 90-degree angle here in the back and a 90-degree angle here in the front. From here, you're gonna twist towards your front leg, nice and tall with your torso, and lean forward. You can bring a yoga block with you. If you want, be mindful, there's a difference between doing this and doing this. From here, we're going to transition. So watch how far back I'm leaning. My heels are staying down. I'm transitioning with my heels still down all the way to the other side. And if we're doing this correctly, we will end up with a 90 degree in the front here and a 90 degree in the back. Same thing on this side. Super tall with the torso, and then we're leaning forward. Make sure you're breathing. And then we're transitioning back to the other side. Allowing for that twist, super tall in that torso. This is stretching out this hip and then right back to the other side. This is a practice that should be done almost daily depending on your goals and where you want your hip mobility to be. So ideally, after practice and with consistency, we would be able to go side to side without using our hands and without lifting our feet. That's the goal, but if we don't do this consistently, we will lose it. So I haven't done this in a while, and that's why it's a little bit harder for me. So I'm still gonna use my hands to transition back and forth as I do this. It's just much safer to use your hands and allow for that lean to happen. Every time you come into each side, making sure that you're still at that 90-90 with those legs and those heels are staying down. One more of these on each side. And then we can safely just bring the legs together and we're gonna scoot ourselves over into a tabletop position once more. And this tabletop position, we wanna make sure that we are structurally stable. So hip distance apart with the knees, shoulder distance apart with those wrists, and the shoulders are directly over the wrists. The fingers are wide, and we're gonna come up into a full circle. Allow that knee the full range of motion. So the knee is coming back in all the way, and I'm drawing a circle with my knee. We're going all one direction. One more time. And then we're going the other direction. So same thing, except going the opposite way. Don't worry about what the foot is doing right now. We're just focusing on drawing that circle with our knee. And then let's go ahead and do the other side. Same thing here, coming all the way up and around, allowing for that full range of motion. So maybe you bend your hands a little, that's okay. Maybe you come down to your elbows. All of this is okay. The main focus is that circle with the knee. And then let's go ahead and do the other direction. And then from here, our final pose or posture, you can either go into frog pose, which is wide knees, and then just sitting back. This can be very painful on certain people's knees. So another option is to take your yoga block, put it underneath your lower back, sit with your feet together, and the knees out wide. Set a timer here for 3 minutes and just allow yourself to melt into your mat. Relax your face, rest your head down fully, open up your heart. Take some deep breaths here and relax your face. Remove your tongue from the top of your mouth and breathe. You're in this final position for 3 timed minutes, and then you're done. This is just one of my hip mobility routines. If you want access to the other ones, please go ahead and sign up for my online coaching. Thank you.